Hi guys, so today we're having a look at these guys. These are so cute. These are the Easter palettes this year from I Heart Revolution, the Revolution Pet Shop palettes. So they're bunny rabbits and they're £6. So there is 8 shades in each. Some of them are pigments, but it seems to vary between, each palette what you've got. And there's a mixture of matte and shimmer, but again, varies between each palette how much there are of each. Flynn is pottering about just now, so if you hear any weird noises, blame him. So basically the weight will depend on whether it's a pigment or a shadow. The shadows are 0.5 grams and the pigments are 0.9 grams. So I've used these today. Let's see how that went on and let's see how it stays on. Right, so let's get these little guys out. So this is Blossom, who's apparently the kindest bunny, who likes crispy lettuce and spring flowers. Lettuce isn't actually that good for bunnies, just gonna throw that out there. And this is Lickers, who's apparently the fastest bunny, who likes crunchy carrots and sunshine. So carrots are a lot of sugar, so bunnies can have them, but not a lot of them. So bunny stuff aside, we're going to do our makeup. So these open kind of along the back like that. So yeah, these are really cute. So a couple of shades are marked as being pressed pigments. So it tells you on the box, there's a wee picture and there's a wee asterisk beside ones that are pressed pigments. For Licorice, we've got one pressed pigment and it is this guy. Oddly, they're marking them pressed pigments, not eye safe. I don't know where else you would use a colour like that. So interesting. And then Blossom, we've got 2 shades and it is these two. So we've got a wee mix of colours. Obviously Blossom is the lighter palette. I'm just trying to get the wee protective sheet out. Offy fiddly. So I'm going to try and use a mixture from both palettes, but straight off there isn't anything that I can use as just a brow bone shade. But I have got my trusty Makeup Obsession Pearl, although not that trusty anymore because they've stopped making it, so I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to quickly throw this across my brow bone. I've already got the Barry M primer on, so yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to end up with a purple look because that's what we've got in these palettes. Right, so that's just always my first step. Right, so we do have a couple of shades that would work as a sort of transition-y shade. So I'm just going to grab a fluffy blending brush and we're going to go into this shade in Blossom. So it's just a kind of rosy pink. I'm just going to tap that off and I'm just going to put that quite wide up into my crease. Okay, it's a very soft one. It's a nice colour actually. You can see that working as a blush if it was in a bigger pan that you could get a brush into. Wouldn't that be the prettiest blush shade? Oh, imagine they'd done like a blush and highlighter duo with this set, like just the bunny and one half of the bunny is filled with highlighter and the other half is filled with like blusher. That would have been really cute. Man, can you imagine if you were a big enough YouTuber that like brands actually saw your videos and stuff? Because then that might actually happen, which would be so cool. Anyway. Yeah, that's such a cute colour. Right, okay, so don't really have a whole lot of matte shades to use for my crease. Blossom actually has a black shadow, which is matte, and then there's a very dark shade in Licorice, which didn't look matte, but it's kind of pulling a bit more matte on camera. It's got tiny bits of blue shimmer through it, but I think you could actually still get away with that for a crease colour. So I think that's the one I want to go for. I am going to grab my angled crease brush and dab this in. Yeah, that shimmer doesn't really show up at all, so that's fine. I will say that about Revolution. I do like their shadows, but I feel like their palettes have a lot of shimmer in it. I think they could do with a tiny bit more matte. I mean, specifically this one, Licorice, there isn't a single pure matte shade. There's four in Blossom. So actually Blossom's 50-50, so that's quite balanced for them, which is good. Now, I'm debating what to do about the lid shade because I can see a purple that I want to work with, but also I kind of want to just use the pressed pigment just to see whether it is different from the other shadows. But so far the shadows are nice and blendable. They are quite pigmented. And I'm not really getting fallout. What more can you really ask for? So I'm just going back in with the fluffy blending brush and softening the edges out there. So these guys always bring out really cute Easter collections, like they've done eggs before, and I looked at them and thought they're so cute, but nah. And then this year it was bunnies, and it's like, well, they're just too cute. So I had to adopt two of them. Yeah, so this shadow, for all that it looks shimmery in the palette, it is just coming off black. So that's cool. Makes that palette a little bit more just kind of generally usable. I need to kind of lift up a bit in here to match shapes. Literally all I'm doing today is going to collect prescriptions, so I'm going to be like the most dressed up person that's socially isolating. Social distancing. God almighty, they keep making up all these different words. And I get them wrong. So, right, that's good enough. Choose a shade for the lids. So there's a couple of shades I can use as highlight in Blossom so that she's not completely unloved. Okay, we're going to go into the pressed pigment one. Why not? So this crazy blue purple here. Straight off. I don't know if my brush was dry. No, my brush feels dry, okay. I use the It Cosmetics brush cleaner, and I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't like it. Like, it works, but I think it leaves like a greasy film on your brushes, which then transfers to your makeup. Okay, I don't like that at all. I'm just zooming you guys in to have a look. It's kind of, I don't know, it just looks kind of washy. I'm going to have to persevere with it now. It will build up though, actually, so that's okay. Let's see. See, I mean, it's just not going on as smooth. Purples are apparently really hard to formulate, so I'll bear that in mind. But this is just a bit of work. Okay. But now that eye looks slightly better than this one, so go back again. So I've got some gaps at the lash line, but I'm just going to cover them with eyeliner because I think trying to get this wiggled in there is just going to be a pain in the butt, and we'll probably wind up with some fallout. I'm not feeling optimistic about this shadow. I genuinely feel like this is going to fade away from the lid quite quickly during today. But I'd be happy to be proven wrong because built up it is a very pretty colour. Right, whee. So, I'm just going to get my little tiny Juno & Co brush and let's see. I'm just going to use, there's a very white shimmery shade in Blossom, and I'm just going to do bit under the brows. Helps if I do it on camera. Yes, it's just a sheer white shimmer. Nothing hugely innovative colour wise. It's going on quite nice. Colours like this, it's almost better if they're sheer because, yeah, sometimes doing that highlight up there too strong can look pretty bad. And I'm just going to lighten up the inner corner as well, just to give a little bit more dimension. See, look, it's so sheer that it just picks up the colour underneath, which is actually, I would say, quite a useful thing. It's almost more like a topper. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to build it up just a tiny bit more on that very inner corner there. But I will say the pigment has transferred to my brush really badly and a little bit into that pan. So those pressed pigments, be a bit careful around them. And be careful when you're working beside them because it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be quite easy for them to transfer into other brushes and things. So now I've went higher up in the other eye. Okay, right. Oh my god, I'm just going to go back and forward. So yeah, this is basically the finished look once I get happy, and I am going to go about my day. I'm just going to go and do the rest of my makeup off camera, but timestamp for the eyeshadow wear test, it is almost 10 o'clock, so yeah, let's see how these guys hold up. Right, if you want to do your timestamp from the finished look, this is us. It is 20:11, but yeah, so I've done my eyeliner and I am liking this look now that it's all finished off around it. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Right, so I'm back for a little bit of a check-in. It is 20 to 6. Oops, when did that happen? Anyway, so eyeshadow is looking okay from a distance. Up close, we've got a tiny bit of patchiness happening in the crease here. It's not, and actually slightly different creasing happening on this eye. So they're still pretty shadows, but yeah, could be better quality wise for, you know, lasting. I've not had a strenuous day. I'm working from home. So yeah, I really had expected these to hold up just a little bit better. But I will keep wearing them just now. We'll see whether it gets any worse, because like I said, at the moment from a distance it's not really noticeable, so it wouldn't bother me. But if it gets more noticeable, then that's more of a deal breaker. So I'll be back. Right, so I'm back for a check-in, and it's after midnight, my bad, and yeah, that's Flynn being cute. So, final check-in time, so we'll zoom in, and it looks pretty much the same as it did earlier. The patch is maybe a little bit more pronounced than it was, but nothing too drastic. And the same for the other side. I have got a bit of smudging going on under my eyes just now, but it's very late, so I think some of that's mascara anyway. So basically what it comes down to is these are really affordable, they're really cute, there's some nice shades in them, but I would maybe avoid using any of them in the crease. I think it's okay to use some as like a transition shade, fine for highlight and brow bone inner corner, fine for lid shades, but they do seem to crease a little bit too much and kind of wear away if you use them in the crease. So, up to you if you want to buy these or not. I definitely will hold on to them because they're just so cute. I mean, how could you not want to have these wee guys just like sitting about on your makeup table? And how cute would it be if you had any sort of artistic skill and you could like paint wee bits on them? It would be so cute. But anyway, I think these are going to be a personal choice. They're not the worst, they're not the greatest, but they're very affordable and they're very cute. So make your own mind up. If you do have any questions, leave those down below and I will get back to you, and I will see you guys soon, and I hope you somehow have an awesome Easter even if you're stuck in a lockdown, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!